Hi everyone. So Kraken just launched their margin trading, and I'm going to make a quick little video to show you how the interface works to place long or short positions, close those positions, and maybe even flip your position with one order, which is kind of a cool feature. So to jump right in, I'm going to go over here to the New Order tab, and you do have to be on the Intermediate or Advanced tabs in order to see these leverage buttons over here on the right. So I'm going to choose a leverage amount of 3 to 1, which will essentially triple my buying power. And I want to go long on Bitcoin, so I'm going to set a buy order for 6 Bitcoin. And I'm going to change this to a market order. I could use a limit order, which would put in the order at a certain price, and if the market reaches that price, it would fill, but I want to do this quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and do a market. So everything else looks good, so I'll go down here and click to buy. And there we go. You can see my position is on the books. I'm going long on Bitcoin for 6 Bitcoin. And over here on the right, you can see the profit or loss for this current position. So I'm going to wait and give the market time to move one direction or the other, and we'll come back and see how it turns out. Okay, it looks like the market actually moved in my favor, and this position generated a little bit of profit. So I'm going to close it out. In order to do that, I need to create an opposing order for the same amount. So since I used a buy of 6 Bitcoin to create this long position, I'm next going to do a sell of 6 Bitcoin to close that out. And I do have to choose some kind of leverage. If I leave this at none and click sell, I'm just going to sell some of my Bitcoins straight onto the market. But if I choose an amount of leverage, it's going to use these 6 Bitcoins to close out my current position instead. So that all looks good. I'll click sell. And you'll see down here in the open position list, my position has disappeared because it's been closed out and that profit has been added back into my account. One thing that's important to remember is that if you have multiple positions open, they'll be closed out in the order that you created them. So I can show you a quick example. I'm going to create a new position for, let's say, 3 Bitcoins. And we will add a 3 to 1 leverage. Okay. And I'll make a new position for 5 Bitcoins at 1.5 to 1 leverage. And we will buy that as well. And so now I have these 2 positions on the books for different amounts of leverage. The 3 Bitcoin was entered first, followed by a 5 Bitcoin. So if I wanted to close out just a portion of this, let's say 4 Bitcoin worth, I will say a sell for 4 Bitcoin, choose an amount of leverage, and you'll notice when I actually execute this trade, you'll see that 3 of those Bitcoins were used to close out the first position I opened, so it's off the books completely. And the remaining 1 Bitcoin was used against the second position, so it now has a volume of 4. Next, I'll show you how you can flip your position in one move, which is kind of a cool feature. If you're going long and you see the market is about to move the other direction and you want to close out your position and immediately go short on Bitcoin, you can do that all at once. So I'm going to go back here to create a new order. And right now I'm going long for 4 Bitcoin. Let's say I immediately want to close that and go short for 4 Bitcoin. What I would do up here is I would set a new order. I will sell because I want to go short. And I'm going to put in here 8 Bitcoin. And I'm going to choose the leverage I want to use for my new position, which will remain on the books. So we'll say 3 to 1 leverage. Now when I go to place this order, it's going to use 4 of those Bitcoin to close out my current position, and the remaining 4 Bitcoin will stay on the books as a new short position. And there we go. Now you can see down in my list of open positions, my long position has been closed, and I'm now going short for 4 Bitcoin. I showed you the manual way of closing a position or even flipping, but there's also this shortcut. Down here at the bottom, there's a button that says Create Closing Order. And you can also choose the amount of volume you want to use for that close. If you just want to close everything, you would choose 100%. If you want to close half of your holdings, you can do 50. Or if you want to flip it around and go the other direction, you can choose 200. So what this will do is fill out the order screen with all the correct values you need to close out your position. Since I selected 200, it's going to put 8 Bitcoin up here in the amount. And all I have to do is click the buy button to flip my position again and again go long on Bitcoin. So that's about it for the margin trading interface. I showed you how to open and close positions and how to even flip your position in one quick move. And I hope this is useful. So get out there and start trading with leverage. If you need any further information, I'm sure you can find it on the trading guide or the FAQ on the Kraken site. And as always, you can send their customer support an email, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help out. So I wish you the best of luck and have a good day.